Hi, it's Richard Silver, and I'm here with my friend Breck overall, and he is from Lake Tahoe. He works with Sierra Sotheby's. And Breck, just tell me a little bit about what is your business in normal times? That's what we want to know.
Wish we were there right now.
Yeah.
Um, well, we are in North Lake Tahoe. It's an interesting market because we're primarily a second home vacation market. And it's interesting because we're in two states, California and Nevada, and five different MLSs. So
Whoa.
it
Five MLSs. Oh my God.
keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But primarily second home vacation market. People are coming up to the mountains to either ski in the winter or in the summer recreate at Lake Tahoe and hike and bike and all those outdoor activities. And the vast majority of our buyers are coming out of the Bay Area.
It sounds like a really tough life there, you know?
It's it is right now, but
Yeah, I know.
it's pretty
I know.
fun.
Yeah, especially if you're used to being outside a lot and now you have to shelter in place. Now, tell me, under coronavirus, because you have the five MLSs, do they have five separate rules around access and, open houses and all of that? Or are they fairly
The
similar?
Yeah, great question, Richard. The restrictions are more county related and
Ah,
specific. The majority of where my business is on the California side, and we are in the Tahoe Sierra MLS with no restrictions other than disclosing, having your sellers sign, et cetera. But we're not seeing a lot of showings because people just can't get up here.
yeah, yeah, it's
So
strange.
most of our showing activity is actually happening via FaceTime.
Yeah, FaceTime and Zoom. I mean, somebody said, I spend my life on Zoom these days. It's from I mean, I've been a member of Zoom for a couple of years, but I've used it intermittently. But now, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 meetings a day on Zoom.
Yeah. Spending a lot more time working on our business by connecting with fellow agents in our
Yeah,
network and all over, as well as with our clients. And it is different. Usually you
yeah,
get a quick email or a text and
yeah,
not a lot of connection, but this has changed the way we're doing business. And I
yeah. And
kind
it's
of
not
like it.
necessarily a bad thing at all. I quite like it.
Yeah.
It's I mean, yes, I'd rather see you in public and we'd have a drink together and relax and shoot the breeze. But if this is the option, this is the option. That's the problem.
Yeah. At
So
least we have an option, right?
yeah, at least we have an option. So what's happening? You're not seeing any showings. Are you seeing? Have you checked your data to find out if your listings are getting more views though on the internet?
Great question. I actually just sent out my Monday reports to all my sellers and told them the website traffic and property viewing is significantly up, probably by
Yeah,
15 to 20%. I think a lot of that has to do with obviously people having more time on their hands, but I also think it's a little bit of dreaming.
yeah,
Tahoe is an ideal place to be. If you got to be on lockdown, at least we can get out and stretch our legs and fresh air. And I think a lot of people are spending time thinking, I wish I were in Tahoe or a place like Tahoe where I had that space.
yeah.
So we're seeing a lot more inquiries. They're not necessarily translating right now into transactions, but I think we're seeing a lot of increasing demand, and it'll just be pent up by the time we can actually get out and show properties. So,
Yeah, I think that's what we're all expecting, especially I think those of you who are in second home areas where, there is a lot more privacy. I think that'll be a huge boon to your business. They'll be afraid of the next wave that might come along, and they'll want to make sure that rather being in a densely populated area, they may want to be in something that's a little bit more open and free and, you know, and the
I
ability
could,
to ski if you have to.
yeah, yeah. Well, the other thing that's coming out of this that's really fascinating is uh, all these people that are working from home are proving to themselves as well as their employers, I can work from anywhere. So I think we're going to see a whole new segment of buyers.
Yeah.
We've seen it in the past, but I think it's going to explode. A lot more people are going to be able to justify buying a home in a place like Tahoe or any vacation market and
Yeah.
telecommute. So I think we're going
Yeah,
to benefit
that'll
from
be
that.
me next, in the next couple of winters. I hope to be down in Puerto Vallarta for 4 or 5 months and just doing everything long distance. It's a dream. It's a dream. And I think real estate, I love to call it real estate porn on Sotheby's because we have such great product and we have so many great photos. I think it's something that people are just going to be doing on an ongoing basis. They're going to be looking and looking and looking. So you're
I agree. I
sheltering in
love the word.
place with your family?
I am. I've got 2 kids that are doing the homeschool, which is a challenge in and of itself, but they're managing, and my wife is playing teacher, and we're sheltering in place. But I will say we get out every day.
Yeah.
We've been doing a cross country skiing. I even went for a mountain bike ride 2 days ago, and
Great.
it's keeping me sane, keeping my social distancing if I get out.
Yeah, I think that's really important, and I think also just keeping a positive attitude. I've talked to a lot of, and I see it online. A lot of realtors are just like frozen, and they're so used to doing business in one way, and now the fact that they have to do it, virtually is, freezing people, rather than saying, okay, here's a change, let's move ahead.
Right. I'm looking at, I think I said it maybe earlier when we were talking before, is I really feel that this is the time to work on our business.
Yes.
Maybe you're not out showing property, you're not doing a lot of it face-to-face interacting, but this is a great time to build those relationships with your clients and our network. When we come out of this, you're top of mind. You're the one they call to go buy or sell.
And I think that's really important. And also, there's lots of ways, for me, there's been a couple of friends and clients who have, come back from out of the country and have to shelter in place and not leave their houses. They're in quarantine. So what I've been doing is, when I go shopping, I make sure that I bring them something as well, or call them and say, look, I can do your shopping for you. I'll just drop it. I'll drop it in your garage.
Yeah. No, that's kind of you. And it is the one shining light in this dark time of how many people are pulling together as a community, helping each other. And it's unfortunate we need a tragedy to cause people to dig down deep in their hearts and do this, but it is nice to see it.
Yeah, and hopefully this will be a once in a lifetime experience and we'll learn great things from it and we'll get on with it. So I just want to say thank you again. So this is Breck overall, and he's with Sierra Sotheby's in Lake Tahoe. And it's a tough life in Lake Tahoe. I got to admit it. It's a really tough life.
Well, you're welcome anytime. Let's get through this, and love to see you out here. And I appreciate your time.
Pleasure. Okay. Thanks again, Breck. Absolutely wonderful chatting with you, and stay safe.